Sports coverage of the NFL has us at the foot of the Rockies, just west of downtown Denver at Empower Field at Mile High. Today we've got a fun AFC matchup on tap, as it'll be the Buffalo Bills taking on the Denver Broncos. And out a little across the 25 to the 27. Now a first carry for the brother of Dalvin. It's James Cook. And he's going to be down at the 35. Gain of 7.
That's a really nice job by them picking up the run blitz and detecting it and blocking it and turning it into a nice run. And a lot of times you think if you blitz a running play, you're going to smother it. But a lot of the blitzers, they come in a little bit high. They don't have great leverage, and they're easily blocked and turned to the side.
A quick throw there is incomplete.
It's third down and 2 yards to go.
An early test, 2 plays in. This is 3rd and 2. Now Allen. It's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect.
You get a sense of what this game plan might be. They think they can take a few home run shots against this defense. They tried it there on the opening drive, but that falls incomplete.
So on 4th down, here's the Australia native Mitch Wishnowsky to punt this one away. And Marvin Mims deep for Denver. This is brought in at the 21. And that'll be a return of 12 following a very nice punt. And the Broncos take over, 1st down and 10. Here's the Denver offense now as they get set to take over here. Looking to put a drive together. On play action, here's Nix. Open man is the tight end Troutman. And he'll be tackled right on the chalk of the 45. A gain of 11 to kick off the drive, and it's a quick 1st down.
Nice job there of utilizing his big target. He didn't overthink it. Understands the catch radius. Understands that he knows how to use his body to keep defenders away from the ball. And puts it right out there for the nice pickup.
Nix to the air. A short throw to Ingram. And taking it across midfield and just shy of the 40. That one good for 13 and a Denver 1st down.
But when you hit him on the move like that, and he's able to get into open field with a full head of steam, oh boy, it's going to be tough to get him down.
Yeah, there was a big window. They're lucky they did get him down. Back-to-back good plays have him on the move on 1st down. Off the play fake, Nix. And the Bills are going to get him as he goes down. Daquan Jones fighting his way home to get the sack.
Tremendous read and reaction by the defensive tackle. And frankly, partner, it's not that often the DTs have that type of easy access back to the quarterback. Never bought the play action fake.
So after the sack, here's 2nd and 14. To throw, here's Nix. And his throw is going to be incomplete.
They put a check mark in the box where the defense coordinator was saying, how well can we stay with these receivers if we're in man coverage? Because he just did it on that one, forced the incompletion. That allowed him to get bolder with his pass rush, won't it?
Absolutely. Frees up your guys elsewhere. An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down. To throw is Nix. Setting up a screen for Harvey. And past the 35, he'll be dropped a yard or 2 shy of the 30. Able to convert on 3rd and 14. A terrific play call. Solid opening drive so far, Charles. They've moved this football into field goal range, but you know that they want to cap this off with 6 and not 3.
Absolutely. As one of the better coaches in the league always tells me, on offense, I want to throw body blows all game long and finish it with uppercuts. Well, here are the body blows right now. He's hoping one uppercut will take care of the end of this drive.
They give him 4 yards there. It'll be 2nd and 6.
I feel like I could see what he was thinking on that carry. Wanted to follow that big tackle through the hole. Ended up only getting 4 yards on the carry. I think he had designs on that one being bigger.
Once more with Harvey. And he's able to get it to the edge of the red zone at the 20-yard line. 7 yards there and a first down. Quite the opening drive march they're on right now.
It looks a lot like what we saw in practice prior to the game, doesn't it? You know, because on that last big practice beforehand, you go through your offensive script. You go through your play calling. You go through all the stuff and establish things. And it looks like it's going like clockwork right now for them.
Harvey now on 1st and 10. Now he's able to break through 1 tackle, but it slowed him down enough that he could only manage getting back to the line of scrimmage. Defensively, though, they had a chance there to hit him for a loss. Couldn't get it done.
Looked like someone was able to knife into the backfield, but he wasn't able to get him down. But his compatriots, they were able to grab him at the line of scrimmage and not let him get any further downfield.
Now an option play on 2nd down. And he'll take this beyond the line of scrimmage as he slides to a hole. He'll get 2 on the keeper, but it becomes now a 3rd down. Throwing Nix. And the throw there going to be incomplete.
No surprise at all. They're looking for the big man early in this one. The only surprise for them, he couldn't hang on to the pass.
Now Lutz for the field goal try. From the left hash, this from 34. The kick by Lutz is good. And the Broncos, the first to grace the scoreboard. It's 3-zip. So an opening drive field goal maybe doesn't whip this crowd into a frenzy, but I think that they will take the early lead.
There's no doubt about it. They will always take the early lead, and maybe that celebration comes later if they play well and they can break things open. But right now, this is all about letting the offense just get settled in.
Following the made field goal, Lutz to kick it away. And he takes it all the way across the 40 before going out of bounds. So here come the Bills out for their 2nd drive. And the last drive, the first drive for them, not very good. 3 and out. What do they go to here?
Well, you don't look down at your play sheet and say, this is what the problem is. Let's find out who my playmakers are. Get the ball in their hands, and maybe the offense will move a little bit better.
Sometimes it's more important to get it to the right people rather than dialing up the right number.
Exactly.
Or the right play, yeah.
That too.
Complete to number 86, Dalton Kincaid. 8 yards on the pickup. Brings up 2nd and 2 at their 49-yard line.
Counting down toward the midway point in quarter 1. Up the middle, it's Cook. Oh, an absolutely filthy juke. He's got some space now. And he'll go down, but not before getting this inside the 30. Good yardage as he rumbles for 24 and a first.
Well, partner, I have to say they called him in the right defense there. Nickel set, 5th defensive back on the field. And they love to run against that because now you typically get a bigger blocker on a smaller defender.
Yeah, because those DBs like you, they want the interception. They're not as worried about the running play, right?
Not at all. I still remember being in school, and one of my offensive line teammates used to say, boy, I'd love to come downfield and hit you little people.
Good run there. An incomplete pass on 1st down. That leads to a 2nd and 10. Allen now looks to throw. It's hauled in by Brandin Cooks. They get 7 out of that, so they're left with a 3rd and 3.
It's a gain of 7. Brings up 3rd and 3.
To the air, Allen. He'll try to pick it up himself. And they work this near the 5. He'll be stopped at the 6. Josh Allen, very athletic at 6'5", showing the versatility, picking up the first on the scramble.
Oh, man. Just when the D thought they had the answer for him, he went and changed the question. Surprises him by taking off himself. He's able to set up his offense pretty with a 1st and goal.
They'll run with Cook. And he'll get in. Touchdown, Buffalo. James Cook, a 5-yard touchdown run. And the Bills are able to answer the early 3 points and take a first-quarter lead. And they drew up the counter there. It worked. They're glad they drew up the counter.
And a lot of times what you're trying to do is just simply get the defense moving in one direction. It doesn't take much. Even one step's enough. Get them going in one direction and then cut back against the grain and let your running back finish it off and get the work done.
After the touchdown, out is Prater to kick. Shreds him with a stiff arm. And a decent return out to the 27-yard line. So now the second drive offensively coming up for the Denver Broncos. They'll begin on the ground with Harvey. A short gain here, maybe a yard to the 29.
Offense looked a little bit discouraged out there, play, shaking their heads a bit, looking at each other. I think they thought they'd get a lot more out of that call. Sometimes you do get the running lane you want. And other times, the defensive front, they just break up the play before it can get going.
They'll go play action with Nix. And that is incomplete.
I know we can't do a mind meld and really know exactly what he was thinking, but I didn't see an open receiver there. Maybe, possibly, he did that on purpose and just overthrew him.
Yeah, coverage was good, so maybe indeed that was another way to throw it away, if you will. So the failure to connect on 2nd down, that leaves them staring up here at a 3rd and 8. Here's Nix. He'll try and do this himself. And that'll be incomplete with a penalty flag here on the field. And I'm not sure he was still behind the line when he let that thing go. On 4th down, Jeremy Crawshaw on to punt for Denver. He'll send this one into the mile-high air, and it's a good one. It's taken to the 26. He's got this almost to the 40 before going out. So a good punt, but a solid 12-yard return. And the Bills will take over the football with a 1st and 10. Allen and the Bills now with a 1st and 10 at the 39-yard line. Off play action. Allen. He's going to get this one out to his fullback. He was unable to shake free there, and they'll cover him for a loss of a yard.
I think they tried to fool him on that one. You know, being able to throw the ball to the fullback position. No one was fooled on that play.
No, lost yardage. You think they should yank that one from the playbook, at least for the time being?
I think what you do is you take it out and you evaluate it next week in practice.
To throw, it's Allen. Setting up the screen for Cook. Oh, a heck of a move.
Man.
And he'll be taken down, but not before he works it past the 50. 15 yards that time, and a Buffalo first.
But I think when they look at their offense, they think to themselves, weapons, weapons everywhere, and they want to move the ball around. They want to spread it to different people. But you absolutely know they want to get this man involved as well, and that's what they just did on that play.
1st down, here's the run with Cook. A beautiful fake. And a pretty good burst right there as he'll take this down to the 33. 53 yards rushing for him as he's got the afternoon off to a great start. They're making a real first-quarter statement with a run game, no doubt.
For those who remember old-school football, running it, establishing things, seeing backs find holes, get through them, they've got to like what they're seeing from this unit so far. Right now, they've decided to, as you said, establish the run game, and they've been successful doing it.
11 more on that one, and another first down.
And what a nice example there of a tight end doing exactly what he needs to do. How about how he worked his way to the outside, made sure he secured the catch, and then anything after that, we count that as a bonus. And indeed, he gets enough for the first down.
This to the tight end, Kincaid.
Complete to Dalton Kincaid. It's a pickup of 3. Brings up 2nd and 7 at the Broncos' 20-yard line.
2nd and 7 from the 20. Allen going to throw. He'll dump this off to Cook. And they'll bring him down at the 13-yard line. They'll go for a gain of 7. And now 1 yard to go on 3rd down. So they just need 1 yard here to pick up the first down. Allen taking it himself. And he is going to have a Bills first down as they're able to convert, albeit not by much, on 3rd and a yard.
And when all you want to do is keep your drive going, quarterback sneak's a great call, isn't it? Pick it up, get a new set of downs.
And on 3rd down, usually you think 4th down quarterback sneak. There, though, it worked on 3rd. After 1, 7-3 the score on EA Sports. The Bills with a football as we start quarter number 2. As they've got it with a 1st and 10. Throwing now is Allen. Swinging this out wide here for Cook. And he is into the end zone for a Buffalo touchdown. James Cook. He scored on the ground and through the air. And the Bills are able to widen their advantage. Well, he is putting in a great all-around game, Charles. He already ran one in for a score, and now they utilize him in the passing game.
And they put a lot of pressure on a defensive coordinator and defense, don't they? Because they're used to him as a runner. But it turns out he's just as dangerous as some of those receivers, and he showed it right there. You don't pay enough attention to him defensively, he makes you pay.
After the touchdown, out is Prater to kick. And makes it across the 20 as his guys will set up shop at the 23-yard line. Denver's offense now set to go. They trail now 14-3, an 11-point deficit as they start things out with a 1st and 10. Looking to put a drive together. On the ground, it's Harvey to start the drive. And up to the 35 before they're able to knock him down. Give him 13 yards on the opening play of the drive and also give him a first down. Those are the types of run, Charles, that they say this first-year running back can provide a lot more of in the future.
He made it look easy, didn't he? Picking up that first down. Some have described him as a diamond in the rough with a lot of polish, nice little buffing. This guy could be one of the top backs going forward.
On first down, back to Harvey. And he's across the 40, 3 extra yards to the 43.
Taken down at the
8 yards on the pickup, and now they'll have some options on 2nd and short.
Good yardage there on first down. Exactly what you want. Get yourself set up to keep making first downs, keep the clock running. And if they're smart, you're starting to milk the clock. No hurry before you run your 2nd down play.
They'll swing this out to Harvey. Only able to gain a couple there. And that'll bring up what looks to be a 3rd and inches. Can't be more than a half a foot. 2 minutes gone by, second quarter. On the sneak, it's Nix. And he will have a Broncos first down as they're able to get the third down conversion.
I don't know about you, but I like this call. 3rd and inches, and instead of worrying about getting it back to a running back and maybe there's some penetration from the defensive front, just go ahead and take it, move forward, and pick up the first down.
And as we say often, shows confidence in your offensive line. Off the play fake, here's Nix. A short throw to Ingram. So the completion results there in 9 yards. And it'll bring up a second and short.
It's a gain of 9. Brings up second and a yard at the 45-yard line.
Nix going to give to Harvey. And that one opened up for him well as he'll take this down to the 26-yard line. 53 yards now on the ground on just 7 carries.
Well, if they continue to run the football this strong, right up the middle, I don't know if they can wait till halftime to make adjustments. They better find a way to get it done series to series. I don't know if they need to sub some guys out, bring in extra people, maybe change what they're doing on the defensive side of the ball. But right now, they're running the ball very well right at them and right up the middle.
Credit him with a 1-yard gain there to make it 2nd and 9.
It went right back to him, but he pretty much had nowhere to go on that play.
Now, the previous carry looked pretty good. That one, maybe he was a little tired. I don't know.
Yeah, maybe he should have tapped out and had a second back come in and maybe make that run. Who knows?
Now it's Nix. And this is caught by Sutton. Touchdown, Broncos. 25 yards for the touchdown. And the Broncos have cut it back within a score. Well, on that connection, it looked like they maybe had some pre-play communication. Maybe one of them noticed an area that was open to the defense to get the pass to.
When you put the time in, sometimes you have that great silent communication that you just noticed right there, because the best quarterback-receiver combos in the NFL, they know how to make those adjustments at the line of scrimmage when they see something pre-play, and they got it done there.
After the touchdown, Lutz to kick it off. And they'll start this drive just across the 30. Pretty nice work on the return. Here's the Buffalo offense now as they get set to take over here. There have been points on the board. We just saw back-to-back touchdown drives. I love it. I'm high-fiving our statistician, Christian McLeod, and you're angry. You're a defensive guy.
If you met one of my defensive coordinators, God rest his soul, I'm surprised he isn't in this booth right now wanting to really take you on. This is not football the way he sees it. He wants a good old-fashioned kicking game, defense, field position, and we're getting an up-and-down the field game here.
I'll take him. Where's his tombstone?
Boot Hill, baby.
After the loss to start out, here's 2nd and 11. Allen. And that's complete to Cooks. And brought down, but not before reaching the 45-yard line. Second catch for him today, and it'll wind up a first down.
A gain of 16 yards. First down, Buffalo.
Give to Cook out of the gun. And that'll hurt the average a bit as this time they're able to get him behind the line. But Nick Bonito not letting him escape there. He was in instant pursuit off the snap and dropped him behind the line.
Sometimes you just sit back and marvel at what he can do defensively. Speed, strength, quickness, he's the whole package. And that package just wrapped up the runner for a loss.
Palmer going in motion right. Play clock down to 0, and that's going to be a delay. So they'll go ahead and accept the penalty. It's caught left side by Cooks. That'll give them 8 that time. And that's going to set up a tough 3rd and 9.
You can see the time and effort and thought that they put into their passing game because it was evident right there. It looks like a simple pitch and catch, but you and I both know that they have planned for this and worked hard to make it happen.
Here's Allen to throw it.
Well, he tries to force it in, and it's intercepted. Picked up by Riley Moss. And the Broncos are going to take over once again at their own 37-yard line.
The Broncos take over 1st and 10.
Now a play fake here on 1st down. The pass complete to Ingram on the crossing route. An excellent way to start the drive there, 18 yards.
Good work there. You're going to see on play action, they run an out route with the receiver on the outside and let the tight end work the seam in the area beyond him. A great concept, and it leads to a 1st down.
They go play action here on 1st down. They'll let this go deep for Sutton. And it's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect. They're going for a receiver there. Already has 1 touchdown in this first half. A second one not to be.
I like where their headspace is, though. I mean, I really like the thought process, right? You got a guy who's already scored 1, right? You want to go back to him, continue the hot hand, and make them adjust to you defensively. I like what they were trying to get done, even though they weren't successful.
This is caught inside the 15. And he's brought down, but not before he reaches the 8-yard line. That one good for 37 yards. The defense, they weren't fooled on that post route. They just couldn't make the play.
And the offense definitely tried to fool them because you saw the other route combinations, didn't you? Anything that they were running trying to draw attention away from the deep part of the field, but still had it covered, yet they were able to come up with a nice play.
And he'll be stopped just outside the 5 at the 6. Give him 2 yards on that one. 2nd and goal now. Defensively, pretty good start there with their backs against the wall.
That's a win for the stop troops right there. And if I'm them, I get a little bolder now. They won the first battle. Keep coming after them. Put the pressure on them.
Again, it's Harvey. And he gets halfway there from the 6 to the 3 on a gain of 3.
His path became similar to almost running a stretch play, didn't it? Trying to find a crease, anywhere to put his foot in the ground and cut back. It just never materialized.
The Broncos on 3rd down. They've hit 2 for 4 thus far. They're looking at a 3rd and goal here. They'll try and throw. Here's Nix. Feeling the pressure here and taken down. A sack back at the 7.
That's Gregory Rousseau getting in there to bring him down. Boy, every time I see speed like that off the edge, Charles, I just don't know how these offensive linemen do it. I would think that they would get called for holding every play, and maybe they should have been called for holding on that one.
Yeah, maybe not just holding, but sometimes you end up setting back in the offensive backfield a little bit farther to try and help you with the edge. That's a penalty as well. Sometimes you overset, they'll come inside of you. That's what speed does. It disrupts an offense. And right now, you've got to pay attention to this edge rusher on every single down.
Following the made field goal, Lutz to kick it away. And not much happening on the return as he'll get this to about the 23. Here's the Buffalo offense now as they get set to take over here.
So now, Charles, this drive maybe a touch more important, trying to erase the memory of that interception they had the last time out.
Yeah, and everyone goes through this because even the best in the game, you're going to have games where it just doesn't go right for you and interceptions result. So, frankly, to me, it's all about how you respond, not just the types of plays that you call, but how you carry yourself, how you show your team that you're still with it, and how you continue to lead.
And that's good for a gain of 6, and it'll be 2nd down. There again is Cooks, complete. Call it a gain of a yard. And this will wind up being a 3rd and 3.
And it's 3rd down.
Here's Allen. Well, he is caught. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. Well, they were in search of a short gain on 3rd down, and they wind up nabbing over 20 yards.
First down.
But it appears that they read man defense and went to the out route, and what you have to do on that one is the receiver's got to make sure he works the defender towards the middle of the field to give himself space to cut to the outside and have that ball delivered with good timing, and they got it done.
Again, they'll throw with Allen. And Cook has it, left side. And he gets it inside the 35 and just shy of the 30. 15 more there, and they're on a roll. It's another first down.
Well, I like the play design there. They occupied the defense downfield, everyone trying to account for someone. But unfortunately, they didn't account for the running back slipping out of the backfield, and he was absolutely unnoticed and wound up getting big yards on that play.
Right back to Cook for another completion. And he'll lose yardage on the play back at the 37-yard line. So it goes as a completed pass, but they lose a full 5 yards.
Well, that wasn't exactly a thing of beauty. I know they completed the pass, but look at the yardage lost. I mean, who does that make happy?
That's why I don't play in PPR points per reception fantasy leagues right there.
You'd be
You
really
don't deserve
upset.
anything for that.
But you get credit for it? Is that how that works?
Yeah.
Well, I know whoever has this team's defense, they were happy about that play.
That one good for 26 and a first down.
Good strong throw and catch right there. And so far in this game, the alleys have been open for them to get completions, and they're taking advantage of it.
Now a 1st and 10 at the 11.
And again, it's Allen. That's caught. Kincaid for the Bills. Touchdown. An 11-yard touchdown.
And the Bills will extend their lead in the final minute of the half.
And that lead is now 7 with a chance to go to 8 or more if they want to get crazy here, which we don't expect. But I just know the way the game's being played with the analytics, there's going to be a lot more of going for 2 in a lot of situations, isn't there?
Yeah, there's going to be. And I think their focus here, they don't want to give up anything going into the lockers on the other, and just a little bit of time left on the clock.
Yeah, they don't want to do anything to erase the good feeling they have right now by getting this late score in the half.
After the touchdown, out is Prater to kick.
And he'll be stopped up at the 25. The Broncos going to go on offense now late in this first half. A slim deficit here in a one-possession game. Not much time left, obviously. We'll see if they can march this down the field, at least get 3, and take some momentum into the locker room. To throw is Nix. Oh, he tried to fit it in on the slant, and it's intercepted. Teron Johnson able to pick it. And he is not quite going to make it all the way in. They'll mark him down right about the 1-yard line. Cook.
Nothing doing there. They're going to wind up holding him at the 2. Now the Bills will use the second of their timeouts as they stop it here with just under 40 ticks to go in this first half. From the gun, it's Allen. That's caught. Kincaid for the Bills. Touchdown. A great effort there with his second touchdown here in this first half. And the Bills are able to strike quickly to add on to their lead. Now Prater to add the PAT. And the lead is up to 15 now.
Makes the score Bills 28, Broncos 13. Matt Prater set to
After the touchdown, out is Prater to kick. And they'll get him down inside the 30 at the 27. The Broncos going to go on offense now late in this first half. And with him down 2 scores, you wonder if they might try and put something together, even if it's just to get into field goal range. Just over 30 seconds to go in the half. They've got it 1st and 10. They'll indeed try to run it out as they start on the ground. And he'll just push his way forward for a few as the clock will run. Now the Broncos are going to call the first of their timeouts, as they'll stop it with 27 seconds remaining here in the second quarter. Now a 2nd and 6. Nix from the shotgun. That's taken in by Franklin. Now the Broncos going to use the second of their timeouts. So as they talk it over, we step aside.
For a Broncos first down. 1st and 10 at the 37-yard line.
Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10. Nix to the air. That's caught. It's Marvin Mims. Now the Broncos will use their 3rd and final timeout, as they'll stop it with 17 seconds to go in this first half of action.
1st and 10 at the 49-yard line.
Throwing Nix. That one too wide and incomplete.
Nice progress down the field, was halted by that incompletion. They could try for some safe yards here to get things moving again, or keep throwing it and pushing it downfield to try and pick up bigger yardage.
After the incomplete pass, here now is 2nd and 10. Back to the air with Nix. That throw right side here going to be incomplete.
Thrown to the sideline and incomplete. Brings up 3rd down and 10.
So back-to-back incompletions, and that has them staring at a 3rd and 10. To throw, here's Nix. He's going to throw one up for the end zone. And he bats it away, and it falls down incomplete. First half in the books. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. It'll be the Broncos getting the football first in this second half as they trail, and we are back underway. And up to about the 26-yard line, just across the 25. The Broncos offense set to begin this third quarter. And right out of the gate, they face what you'd think could be a pretty important drive.
I would say so. You know, they're down 2 scores. That's not the end of the world. It wasn't the strongest of first halves, but for them to start clawing back, they've got to start putting a little pressure on that defense, start cutting into this deficit, You can't have 3 and outs and expect to get that done.
Daquan Jones picks up his second sack of the afternoon. Well, he was really focused downfield, but there was really no viable options. The coverage was too good.
And the defense really quickened the tempo of that play with their pass rush because there was nowhere for him to go with the football. The only place he ended up, down on the ground.
Here's Nix. Under pressure, and they got to him again. That time, multiple defenders getting pressure, and it's a loss of 6.
Now that's the way to start the second half. Back-to-back sacks. Whatever the halftime speech was, I hope they recorded it.
This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on 3rd down. Operating from the gun, here's Nix. And Sutton hauls it in over the middle. So 8 yards on the completion there, and it'll be 4th down.
It's 4th down.
The Broncos send out their punter now as the drive goes backwards, so he's on to punt it away. His first punt, 45 yards. This looks good as well. 47 yards on the punt that time, just 1 yard on the return. And it will be 1st and 10 as they take over. So here's the Bills offense now. They get ready for their first possession of the second half. Allen and the Bills now with a 1st and 10 at about the 32. Beginning this series with a handoff to Cook. And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. 2 yards the loss, 2nd and 12.
I thought he did a nice job there setting an edge and make sure nothing could get to the outside. But he decided that wasn't enough for him. Worked his way back inside and made the tackle on the ball carrier.
So they fake the handoff. Now Allen. Rush coming, and he's taken down. They push him back 8 yards that time on 2nd down.
Okay, you know my bias is about to come out here. A lot of people think that the offense is just moving in the wrong direction. I'd say they're moving in the right direction because the defense is pushing them back.
Former defensive guy. Now, as a quarterback 3rd and long, you really got to rally the troops here, don't you?
Yeah, you do in a big way. And what else do you have to look out for? More pressure coming at you because it seems to be working pretty well.
He's letting it fly for Cooks. And it's knocked away and incomplete.
Well, you've certainly got to be on your toes defensively when you're facing Josh Allen. He can hit you from any angle. He's got arguably the strongest arm in the business, and he uncorks a deep one here. But that one falls incomplete.
The Bills send the punter out as he'll punt it away for the 2nd time. 44 on his first punt, and this is a good kick as well. Call it 46 yards on the punt, just a single yard on the return as he was covered quickly. And they will take over 1st and 10. So the Broncos coming out now. These guys definitely hoping for a better showing than their last appearance. They couldn't really even move the football much beyond the shadows of their own goalpost, Charles. We'll see if they can get a better, more sustained drive going here.
Yeah, and every team that we ever talk to says the exact same thing. When you start a drive from that deep in your own territory, the goal is a minimum of at least 2 first downs, because even if you have to punt then, you change the field position, right? You flip the field a little bit. They didn't get that done. This time they want to string together a nice drive and help themselves out.
Running game working. They'll stick with it on 1st down. And he can only manage to get a couple. 2nd and 8 coming up.
Certainly a nice job there by the defense rallying to the football and getting him on the ground, but I think the play gets made by the defensive front, because if they can't get upfield, their job is to go ahead and get low, almost get into a ball sometimes, stack things up, and make it difficult for the runner to find a hole.
Got his man complete over the middle. It's Franklin. And he's got a 1st down as the tackle made at the Bills' 39. That one goes for 13 yards, and it moves the sticks.
1st down. 1st and 10 at the 39-yard line.
So 1st and 10 now in Buffalo territory. at the 39-yard line.
He'll keep it himself.
And he probably should have given that one off as he's going to get hit and taken down behind the line. It was Joey Bosa working his way in to bust that one up.
And not a lot of success to be found there.
Oh, you got that right, partner, because if you're trying to make guys miss about 10 yards or so downfield, that's a pretty good play. But if you've got to do it in your own backfield, I consider that a problem. That doesn't work too well.
And he is met at the line of scrimmage, and he goes down right there.
A 1-yard pickup brings up 3rd and 13.
This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on 3rd down.
Working out of the gun is Nix.
Over the middle, complete. It's Harvey. And he's got a first down as the tackle made at the Bills' 23. Able to convert on 3rd and 14. A terrific play call.
Good route, good pickup for first down yardage, and that is a tough one to cover. The angle route, because a running back getting out of the backfield, if you're trying to cover that, especially if you're in the linebacker spot, and you're seeing this play develop, he heads out towards the flat first, and it often gets you to overcommit running in that direction. Then he cuts back up inside you into the middle of the field. That's what we just saw there for a nice pickup. That's a good play by the guys on the defensive side of the ball. Held them to a gain of 2. And that changes the playbook a little bit now for the guy calling plays. 2nd and 8. Now he's got to probably think about going to the air instead of maybe staying with the ground game.
Now it's Nix.
And he's going to have the hook up to Sutton. This will be a 5-yard pickup as they move it from the 20 to the 15.
That's a gain of 6. Makes it 3rd and 2.
Play number 9 set to come here on the drive on 3rd and 2. Operating from the gun, Nix.
Oh, he had him. He was open, but he couldn't get it to him. It's incomplete.
Well, it's been a tough go for him. These guys have been driving down the field, but defensively, once they got their backs to the goal line, turned up the pressure, that's going to lead to a 4th down. Well played.
Still just the 3rd quarter, but they've got to make something happen. I think they know that. They're going for it on 4th.
They'll try it now with Harvey.
And he'll take it into the end zone for a Denver score. R.J. Harvey, 15 yards.
And the Broncos take a chance, but they find pay dirt on 4th and goal. So a big decision there to go on 4th down. Gets him not only the first, but gets him the touchdown as well.
And, Brandon, you and I know that all these coaches tell us if every play is executed the way it's designed, it goes for a touchdown. But let's be honest. They were shooting for the first down on that one, and, boy, were they fortunate to take it all the way in.
After the touchdown, Lutz to kick it off.
And out a little across the 25 to the 27. Buffalo set to get the football back here. Pretty important 3rd quarter drive for them. Momentum has sort of shifted the other direction after that last touchdown as they nurse this small lead.
Allen and the Bills now with a 1st and 10 at their own 27. Off the play fake. Allen. Oh, Allen cannot get away, and down he goes. Nick Bonito. He's the one that got home and takes him down for a loss of 9.
Like how they've started the 3rd quarter here. They force a punt on the first drive, and after this sack, it looks like they'll be forcing another one as well.
Absolutely. Maybe got their 2nd win coming out of the locker room. Throwing on 2nd and long. Allen.
That is caught. Kincaid with it.
And he takes us beyond the 35 before going out of bounds.
Gain of 20.
He's been big. 2 touchdowns earlier. Now he's got a first down here.
I'll tell you what, a lot of those mid-range throws have been available because sometimes teams get too concerned about the deep ball and they leave too much space in front of them. And these guys have been taking advantage so far.
Now Cook, he's got it off the draw. And not a lot of daylight, not really any daylight inside as he's going to be stopped right at the line of scrimmage. Brings up second down.
No gain on the play.
Pretty effective blitz there to stop the draw play right in its tracks.
And actually, when they blitz, draw play is supposed to work very well. You're supposed to have them bypass the runner, and he slips past them. But they put their eyes in the right place, took away all the creases, and slowed him down in a big way.
That is incomplete.
I guess they figure with a guy who is that hot downfield, who knows how to get the ball into the end zone, you throw it up and give him every opportunity, even though that one fell incomplete.
Yeah, he's already been in the end zone multiple times, tried to target him again deep there, but unsuccessful. Now Allen. Setting up the screen for Cook. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory. The Bills passing game, getting them down the field. They've got another first down.
And when you have success throwing the football, the old cliche becomes true. The playbook opens up wide, and these screen.
Here's Allen to throw it. And the Broncos get there and take the play defensively. Remember, they had the nice gain on the previous play, but they just gave a lot of it back right there on that sack.
Yeah, they get the sack, get back some real estate. Felt like the type of play that can spark a defense and swing some momentum. Almost felt like a take-that type of a play, didn't it, partner?
Working out of the shotgun. Here's Allen. Has his man. It's Shakir. Will go down as a gain of 6. And that'll bring up a 3rd and 11 situation. To throw, it's Allen. Work in the middle of the field, and he's got a man complete. And this is going to be another first down as they'll make the tackle at the Broncos' 31-yard line. Had to put that ball in there with a little extra zip, but he put it right where it needed to be.
Yeah, and that little extra pace that he had on the pass, that required a little extra concentration for him, didn't it? Ball can get on you pretty quick in that manner, and he handled it well and picked up the first down.
Swinging this out wide here for Cook. And he'll take it into the end zone for a Buffalo touchdown. James Cook, 30 yards. And the Bills go up by 2 touchdowns. Boy, he has been fun to watch throwing the football in this one. It's certainly not fun for that defense, though, Charles. Now up to 4 touchdown passes in this ball game.
Yeah, we're supposed to be neutral, but I'm feeling their pain right now because he has absolutely carved up the secondary. A clinic on how to attack the defense and take them out of the game.
After the touchdown, out is Prater to kick. And they will wrangle him down a couple yards shy of the 30. Denver's offense ready to go again. That last drive, it was a good mix. Run, pass, defense on their toes.
And what really helps out in a big way is when you're doing the run-pass mix and everything's working, that means that they're guessing wrong every time on defense. They think you're going to pass when you run and vice versa. I would continue that, and when they finally draw a beat on you, maybe you mix it up a little bit, a little play action and throw the ball.
And will they maintain that balance? Time to find out. Not sure what happened out there, but it looked like the timing was a little off on that throw.
Well, you know I'm a defender, so what am I going to say?
Great defense.
Darn right. They did something to disrupt that timing.
And 2nd and 10, he'll look to throw again. 9 yards, and that leaves him just short, so it'll be 3rd and less than a yard.
As long as you go through your proper reads and progressions, the drag route can be one of those old reliable plays because usually it's good for a good chunk of yardage, as we just saw there.
And those guys like it, right? They can get the ball with a full head of steam.
Especially against man coverage, because man coverage, they're typically running away from someone and not worried about traffic coming out on the other end.
And he will have a Broncos first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
Only a yard there on the keeper, but that's all he needed. 1st down.
1st and 10 at the 39-yard line.
And as they come to the line, they will not be able to get off another play as time has run out on this 3rd quarter. We'll return with more after this. This is the NFL, and it's on EA Sports. Welcome back now to Denver. It's the Broncos trailing, but they do have possession of the football as we begin quarter number 4. On 1st down, he'll drop to throw. Looking left side, and he's got a man. That's Franklin. Yeah, he will go out right near the 35-yard line.
A gain of 26 yards.
A good pickup there, 26 yards.
Broncos 1st down. 1st and 10 at the 35-yard line.
So 1st and 10 now in Buffalo territory at the 35-yard line. Looking middle, and that's complete. And he's going to get this down near the 20-yard line.
14 more yards.
Back-to-back nice gains. That one for 14 yards and another first.
And this has been a nice answer to the touchdown drive against them a few minutes ago because they've come out and reestablished the tempo. A nice throw there, and they're putting together a very strong drive as a response.
They'll look to throw now on 1st down. And that is incomplete. He couldn't hold on through the contact. Brings up 2nd down.
He did an okay job of absorbing the hit, just couldn't secure the football through the catch.
And he was right there on the spot and forced the incompletion. That's something defenders work on all the time. If you're there, make the contact, but continue to work your way through the receiver so that you can't possess the football and turn it into a catch.
5 yards. Now it's 3rd and 5.
Man, these guys may not win this ball game, but you certainly can't fault the effort of this man here today. He's been a real thorn in their sides all afternoon. And that last carry puts him over the 100-yard mark.
This offense so far on 3rd down, they're right at about the league average, 40%, 4 for 10. This will be 3rd and 5. Now the pressure gets that. He goes down just inside the 20 at the 19.
Taken down for the 5th time this game. Multiple defenders there to get him. This defense, they just continue to feast. 5 sacks now as a unit. It's been quite an afternoon getting to the quarterback.
And we're seeing it come from a variety of places as well. Sometimes just the guys up front getting to him. Other times you add extra guys rushing the quarterback, twists and stunts. It's been a variety, and they've had no way of blocking him.
So he remains perfect, 3 for 3 in the field goal department.
And it's so important for any offense to have an ace like him up their sleeve, isn't it? Because now you know what his range is, and as soon as your offense gets there, you're pretty much counting on 3 points going up on the board.
Following the made field goal, Lutz to kick it away.
And a good return as he'll be stopped just shy of the 30-yard line.
The Bills offense coming out, ready to take over.
This drive here beginning probably with a pair of motivated groups. Remember, the offense scored a touchdown on their last time out. Looking to repeat that in Charles's defense. They were very frustrated after giving up 6 the last time on the field.
And frankly, it's just a battle of wills in a lot of ways because you know they're both motivated. They both game plan for this drive, and they both have specific outcomes in mind. To me, it just comes down to who can execute better and which side can step up and assert its will over the other. Brandon, I've got to think this offensive line has got some smiles on its faces. And I know it sounds crazy, but they practiced for this back in training camp. They knew they'd be in situations where it'd be extra defenders in the box coming after them, trying to keep them from locking down a game. Right now, They want to show the world they're up to the challenge.
So a little tardy getting everyone set, and the clock hits 0 before they could snap it.
Yeah, you can take your time and use the clock and try and get set up, but once it gets near 5 seconds, that's when you often hear a quarterback yelling, hurry, hurry, to make sure everybody's ready to get the snap off.
Allen going to throw. Throwing quickly there, but it's incomplete. Brandin Cooks, the receiver he was going after. And now it's 3rd down.
Going to need a crafty play call here. 14 yards is what they need to try to convert this thing.
Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw.
Shakir hauls it in.
Well, this is going to depend on the spot, but it's not a very generous one. He looks to be about a yard or so short. It's a pickup of 13, but they're still a bit short, and it'll be 4th down.
The passing game continues to be their friend. Even with a stable lead here in the 4th, Charles, they're going back to that well.
Yeah, with their overall philosophy, you know that they trust their quarterback. He's been able to throw it well. They continue to throw these safe passes. Who can blame them?
So possession goes over here on the punt. And it'll be 1st and 10 Broncos from deep in their own territory. Looking to put a drive together. They'll start this drive out on the ground. And able to get this one out just shy of the 25 at the 24.
113 yards for him on the ground now on 18 carries.
A big hole there. How about him handling the point of attack? Just positioning himself so that run could go right off of his backside and deep into the secondary.
To throw is Nix. And that is incomplete. Oh, the coverage a little too good there, and it's 2nd down.
It's another zone defense. It looks like it's open for possibilities, but they did a nice job patrolling the middle of the field and forcing an incompletion.
From the 24, they'll go again on 2nd and 10. Operating from the gun, Nix. And that will be incomplete. Trying to dial up the long one way out there, but it'll be 3rd down.
Sure, that pass was incomplete as they made an attempt to get a big one downfield, but that's okay because the second part of that is if you don't get the completion, at least you've told the defense you're trying to stretch them out a little bit, and they may have to change accordingly.
From the gun on 3rd down, it's Nix. Able to find the open man. That's complete.
They'll take this to the other side of midfield before going out of bounds. Third and 10 wasn't going to be easy. Now after the holding penalty, they have to deal with a 3rd and 20.
Nix from the shotgun.
Got a man open. It's Sutton. So the completion good for just 3. And that's going to make it 4th down. Did they maybe play that too safely on 3rd down? I know you don't want to just throw a ball blindly downfield, but that didn't help them a whole lot.
I think they probably said if it's open, take the shot. If not, get something safe because we do have 4th down to try and pick it up.
On 4th down, the punt team is on as this is sent away. Call that a 45-yard punt, just 2 yards there on the return. And that will come the offense as they take over. Now the Bills offense gets ready to head back onto the field.
They've got a chance now to put this game away following that last defensive stop and punt.
Good starting field position for them as they come up 1st and 10 at the 39-yard line. Here's Cook as they begin on the ground. Trying to run inside, but nothing there.
Dre Greenlaw in there on the tackle.
Defensively, we always know that he is tough in run support, and I think the way that he gets there is he understands what an offense is going to do before the ball's even snapped. A great job of scouting prior to the game, then reading, reacting, and taking the right path to the ball carrier.
Allen now looks to throw. That's caught by Kincaid, working the middle of the field. That'll leave them with a 3rd and 2 coming up. They got 8 yards there.
That's tough to play zone defense when they can just curl up right there in front of you.
Yeah, absolutely. Well, we talk about finding the soft spot. Defensively, how do you make sure they don't find the soft spot like they did there?
Tough to do, because what they normally will do is run routes that'll pull you out of that spot they want to get into. That's what we call not taking the cheese, right? Don't go for the mousetrap. But it's hard to do, because when you see a guy cutting that in that direction, you tend to go towards him. This has to go down as one of the simpler routes in the playbook, but oh so effective. Nice completion there. Keeps the sticks moving.
Play action. Now it's Allen. He's got a man. It's his fullback.
I wouldn't be surprised to see the next step in utilizing this position. It's to actually utilize more of a scat back in this spot, because we saw the catch there, right? He made it, but he's a bigger, stronger guy, maybe not quite as elusive as maybe someone else you would put there.
Yeah, didn't get the big yardage there you might out of a smaller back. Throwing now is Allen. Now they go screen. It's complete. And he'll go out of bounds after taking it a little further down inside the 40. A good job defensively to hold that to 4 yards, and now it's 3rd down.
And a nice gain and a broken tackle along the way, and really we shouldn't be surprised, should we? That's what runners do, especially the best ones. They break tackles and gain extra yardage.
Now Allen again. Right back to Cook for another completion. And this is going to be another 1st down as they'll make the tackle at the Broncos' 27-yard line. 12 yards on 3rd down as the drive rolls on.
For as many sacks as this defense has, you can understand their willingness to try and get upfield and get another. So what a really smart play call here to use their aggression against them, go with the screen, and they're able to get the 1st down.
Cook up the gut. A little second effort there on the strong run. And then drop just inside of the 20. 58 yards rushing for him now to this point. As we get late in this one, is altitude a factor for a visiting team in Denver? Is that something that's overplayed?
No, it's real, and I know a lot of the visiting teams like to downplay it because they don't want to get into the heads of their players, but you can't avoid it. As soon as you get to the locker room, you get to the stadium, they always post it in there. Welcome to Denver. Altitude 5,280 feet. The air is rare.
They'll lose a yard on the play, so now they need 3 yards on 3rd down. Hey, a lot of points have been scored in this game against them, but tally that one on the side of the defense.
Do you think maybe, possibly, it can be a little bit of a changer for them? Maybe not a game changer, but a little bit of a momentum one that maybe they can string together some pretty good plays and slow them down.
He had a man open, but he missed him, and it's incomplete.
The coverage keyed in on him since that last completion his way. He earned a little more attention on that route, and that made it a lot tougher to get a clean throw his way.
So on is Matt Prater now to try a field goal here. This from 36 yards out. Prater's kick is good, and the Bills will add on to their lead.
So after 5 touchdowns offensively, hey, maybe it's time to get the kicker a little work, and he's able to connect there.
I love that empathetic side of you. You're worried about him getting some action, getting to be a part of the game. Well, he got in and got it done.
Prater now will send it away following the made field goal. And he won't quite make it to the 25. And Denver getting set to take the field. Defense got the better of them last series, forcing a punt. See if they make a few changes in the game plan here and try to get points out of this drive. 1st and 10. Looking to put a drive together. Here's Nix. Got his man complete over the middle. That's Harvey. They'll be dropped after a gain of about 6 across the 30 to the 31. Those short little routes probably going to be open. The defense, they'll let those happen, especially when they can make an inbounds tackle.
Yeah, where's Coach Madden when you need him? He always talked about taking what the defense gives you, but sometimes you have to know when you have to take more. That was one of those situations.
A quick throw knocked away and incomplete.
Receiver coaches preach to their guys all the time. Separation, that's what's going to make the play successful. That time there was very little, and I think they were actually fortunate that it was only knocked away and not intercepted.
Now they face a 3rd down and 4 after that incompletion on 2nd down.
Operating from the gun, here's Nix. That is caught.
And he'll have it past midfield almost to the 40 before being taken down. That gain on 3rd down, good for 28. And in a 2-score game, obviously, every play, every 3rd down, like we saw there, magnified, big pickup.
It was a huge pickup. What they really want, though, is to not even get to 3rd down. They've got to maximize time and conserve as much as possible.
And this one complete again to Mims.
Busting through contact. Just wasn't a huge hole there for him to operate. Stopped just inside the 35-yard line.
In so many ways, throwing the hitch route is actually one of the safer things an offense can do. Get the ball out to the receiver as fast as possible, hope he's got man-to-man coverage, and hope that his athleticism wins on the perimeter.
He'll swing this out to Harvey.
And he's got a 1st down as the tackle made at the Bills' 22-yard line.
That's good for a Broncos 1st down. 1st and 10 at the 22-yard line.
To throw, here's Nix. Setting up a screen for Harvey.
Able to power through. And he is out of bounds right around the 10-yard line. Clock management definitely critical here if they want to get back in this game.
Absolutely agreed. They have to up the tempo in this case, down a couple of scores. Want to make sure they have a chance to win this ball game.
Here we go, 1st and goal. Nix looking to throw again.
And he'll take it into the end zone for a Denver score. Cortland Sutton, his 2nd touchdown of the afternoon.
And the Broncos are able to make some inroads here to that deficit.
Okay, so they got the score. Do you go for 1 here and save the possible 2-point conversion for later?
I think you do, because if you go for 2 here and you don't get it, that's deflation.
Yeah.
Now you're wondering why you're even going for it. Take the easy win now and come back and try and get it later.
Broncos 30.
After the touchdown, Lutz to kick it off.
For the Broncos.
And a decent return out to the 27-yard line.
Here's the Buffalo offense now as they get set to take over here. And this game not quite over yet. And we'll likely see them take all 3 timeouts defensively, so they can't just kneel this one out. They're going to have to try to run a few plays.
You're exactly right. They've got to get a 1st down and make them use up all their timeouts in order to feel like they have this one in hand.
And that one drops down, incomplete. Good coverage there, forced the ball free, and it's 2nd down.
Have to give some credit to the defender on that when he read all of his keys perfectly and got a great break on the ball and able to force that incompletion.
So after the incompletion on 1st, now 2nd and 10. So Allen's going to look to throw. And that falls to the ground, incomplete. A nice job of bodying him up defensively, and now it brings up 3rd down.
Well, that one was all about the defender making life difficult for the receiver. Very tough for a guy to hold on to the football through all that contact. He ends up forcing the incompletion.
Now Allen. And this pass broken up. Excellent coverage there on third down, as that was not an easy one to hold on to.
That's an excellent job right there on third down. Like any defense, you never want to let them get anything started, and that would have been a first down. Instead, you saw the contact on time, no penalty, and before this drive could get wings, it's fourth down.
Wishnowski on to punt as he sends this one away. They'll look to set up his blockers. A pretty good punt there, but also a nice return of 12 yards. So the Broncos now down by 8, less than 90 seconds to go. How will this thing pan out? We'll watch as they come up on first down. He'll start on the ground here on first down. And maybe a measure of revenge there. He's had his way in this one, but this time they get him behind the line.
Well, that was one of the few times they've been able to contain him thus far. He's over 100 yards for the game, but he lost a bit off his total on that carry.
They'll come up now. This is second and long. He's back to throw. Into the hands of Ingram. Now the Broncos are going to call the first of their timeouts, as it comes with exactly a minute to go in the football game.
Makes it 3rd and 4.
This definitely 4-down territory at this point, but a critical 3rd down here. They'll look to throw. And that is too far out in front of his intended target. Incomplete.
That means it's just one last chance left, and this has to be a first down or a touchdown, or this game's over.
No choice but to go. Here's 4th down now. They're going. It's Nix. Pass taken in by his big tight end. Now the Broncos going to use the second of their timeouts as they get the stoppage with a little over 50 seconds left to go in the game.
At the 46-yard line.
Final minute, 1 timeout remaining. 1st and 10. Back to throw. A quick throw there, but it's going to be incomplete.
That's certainly not the worst thing. It stops the clock and lets your offense catch its breath and lets us exhale a little bit. Now I expect them to call a couple plays in the huddle, so they're ready if a tackle happens inbounds.
Under 50 seconds to play. Here's 2nd and 10. He'll look to throw. He'll get that complete to Franklin. And that'll be good for 8 yards to the 45.
And remember, field goal does them no good in this situation.
You got to think they should be taking some shots for the end zone soon. A big play in this football game. 3rd down and 1. He's got his target. That's complete. Now the Broncos will use their 3rd and final timeout as the clock will stop with 21 seconds to go in the football game.
Broncos first down. 1st and goal at the 7-yard line.
Now 1st and goal. Back to throw. And he's left with no option here but to throw it away.
Out of the end zone.
A couple extra defensive backs out there in the dime, and because of that, really not many places to throw the football, if any.
And typically, what would you want to do against that dime?
Run the football.
You want to run the ball, but you can't do it in this situation. Not nearly enough time on the clock. You're having to really navigate against a tough defense presented against you.
To throw is Nix. And he gets in just in the nick of time, so they get the touchdown they need. Now they need a 2-point conversion to tie it.
We'll break down the touchdown later. It's two-point conversion time. Go to your script, pick your play, and go for it.
The late touchdown was only half the battle. Now they need the two-point conversion to tie the ball game. They'll look to throw. And it's caught. And with it, we are tied here in the fourth. Everything was riding on that two-point conversion, and they got it.
They got it. They now have the momentum. Time really dwindling in this game. Now their big deal is make sure they get a good kickoff and don't give up anything big on the defensive end.
This one, all we could have asked for. All tied, final minute as the kick's away here.
Yeah, that'll be a little too hot to handle as it will skip through the end zone for a touchback here.
Back now on offense, the Buffalo Bills. And Charles, obviously not much time left. I'm curious to see if there's enough for them to get into field goal range and try to win this thing.
And partner, you and I both know the safe calls to kneel and just take it into overtime. But it's also very tough to pass up a chance to win it right now as well. But remember, if you do attempt that, it's got to be a big play downfield and still leave yourself enough time to get your field goal unit out there and kick for the win.
And that one is incomplete, and now we're inside of 10 seconds. Just 9 remain. There have been quite a few plays they might look back on and say, we really have hurt ourselves, and that was another example.
And this is late game execution. Everything on the line, so it all has to come together properly. The throw's made. Where's the catch? Got to catch in that spot.
Here's Allen. Oh, look at this. It's intercepted. Picked up by Riley Moss.
And the return comes to a halt right at the 44-yard line. And now with 4 seconds left, we get a timeout call.
At the 44-yard line.
So it all rests now on the right leg of Will Lutz. This from Tom Dempsey range here. He had the distance, but it's no good. Wide to the right, and a costly one there as this game remains tied here in the fourth.
So it's the Broncos who are going to get the first shot at things. They'll have it here as we start in overtime. And he's up across the 25 and down at the 28.
Here's the Denver offense now as they get set to take over here. We have seen a lot of points here in this quarter. For us up here in the booth, it's been fun to watch. The defensive coordinators probably scratching their heads.
Yeah, they're going a little bit crazy right now, but let's face it, all of our friends who play fantasy, they're enjoying the heck out of this show because most of them are creating and getting a bunch of points.
Yeah, points certainly not in the premium here. And they nearly get this all the way to midfield. Mark him down at the 49. That's good for 21 yards and a first down.
Now that's a big-time run. Lightning in a bottle, forget it. He exploded out of the bottle for that type of a pickup.
So one play, and they're already just shy of midfield.
Zone read to give to Harvey.
And not a whole lot of room to operate there on the first down run. He gets maybe 3.
Bernard on the stop. A 3-yard pickup brings up 2nd and 7 at the 47-yard line.
From the 47 now, they work with a 2nd and 7.
Now a first throw here in overtime.
On the slant, completes to Sutton.
A gain of 3 last play. This time they double it and pick up 6.
In today's football, where receivers break tackles, make people miss, get upfield for the extra yardage, when you see a play like that where it's caught and he's dropped on the spot, that's a big-time play by the defense.
Trying to run for it. Here's Harvey.
Trying to barrel up in there, but I don't think he got it. be marked inches short. No gain on the play, and that's going to lead them to 4th down. Decision to be made on 4th and just a few inches in overtime. What do you do?
I know you've got to weigh it out as a head coach, because if you don't get it, you've turned it over in a great spot for the opposition to go down and win the game. But 4th and inches, I think what most teams do is they say, if we can't get inches, we don't deserve to win anyway.
Oh, that's so deflating, Brandon, because you know he was thinking to himself, just give me a shot. Just put us in a position to win the game, and I'll get it done. With this kick, not on target, and we'll keep going here.
Allen and the Bills now with a 1st and 10, just shy of midfield at the 48. First throw of overtime for Allen. He'll get this over the middle here to Palmer. That's good. The completion there for 7 yards. And it's 2nd down.
Brings up 2nd and 3 at the Broncos' 45-yard line.
Here's Allen to throw it. And his throw here is incomplete.
Brings up 3rd down and 3 yards to go.
So the incomplete pass on the last play, and that leads us to a 3rd and 3. To throw, it's Allen. Able to find the open man. That's complete. And he is going to have a Bills 1st down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
The Bills 1st down. It's a gain of 17 yards. And the Bills 1st down.
At this point now, a field goal would win it. They are in range. We'll see how they approach things on 1st down. Call it a gain of 4 on 1st, and that'll make it 2nd down.
A gain of 4. It's now 2nd and 6 at the 24-yard line.
Throwing now is Allen. A quick throw there is incomplete.
So many things have to go right for any passing play to work out. Quarterback has to understand the defense, deliver an accurate ball. Receiver has to concentrate and bring it in. Somewhere along the assembly line, something was off with that one.
An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down. Here's Allen. And complete right side to Cook. And he is going to have a Bills 1st down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion. He's having a nice game through the air. His decision-making's been really good. Solid there again. Just seeing nothing downfield, goes underneath. Nice game.
How about the patience? Because when you're having a big game through the air, you're looking for those chunk plays, those big ones downfield. Instead, as you noted, takes the check down, dumps it off.
Oh, and it's intercepted. Picked up by Riley Moss. And the Broncos are going to have it with a chance to win the game here in overtime.
The Broncos take over.
Throwing Nix. Throwing quickly there, but it's incomplete. Keeping the aggression going on defense in overtime here, a 1st down blitz.
You know you can get burned on it big time if they pick it up, but in this situation, they brought the blitz, put some pressure on the QB, and he wasn't able to complete a pass downfield.
Each team's had it in overtime, so next score wins. Here's 2nd down. A short throw to Ingram. That'll leave them with a 3rd and 2 coming up. They got 8 yards there.
Brings up 3rd and 2.
Off the bootleg, here's Nix. They call it a loss of a yard there. And that'll bring up 4th down. Charles, any chance they go for it here?
I think that there's a chance. They have to consider it because of the way they've played offense in this game. I mean, look at the scoreboard. Look at the points that they've put up. They feel confident that they can keep it going. But the risk is, and the downside is, you don't get it here, you've set up your opponent in really good field position.
And a fair catch signaled for and taken just outside the 20-yard line. So a change of possession here on the punt. Here's the Buffalo offense now as they get set to take over here. And 3 interceptions in this game. And I would have to think, I wasn't a quarterback, but number 4 is kind of, oh, you're like, oh, man, I can't throw 4.
No, what's interesting is, what do the coaches decide to do now? Having thrown 3, do you alter your offensive strategy? Do you take the ball out of his hands and maybe turn to the running game? Or do you have that supreme confidence that he's going to turn things around?
We'll see what they do.
I don't think any of us were surprised that they decided to start this drive on the ground after the last 2 drives ended in interceptions.
Unfortunately, though, not a lot going on that first play.
Yeah, I think the anticipation was felt also by the defense.
Again, it's Cook. They're going to drop him behind the line yet again, and things going from bad to worse. 2 yards the loss there. Now 3rd and 14.
It's not easy playing the corner, is it? A lot of times you got to defend against the pass, but sometimes you have to play against the run. How about the job he did there, crashing inside to make that tackle for a loss?
Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. Setting up the screen for Cook. And he will be very close to a first down, but I see the closed fist of the referee, and that means 4th down. And passing yardage-wise, now up over 350 in this game. Pretty nice performance.
Definitely that, which usually means you're putting a lot of pressure on guys trying to cover. If you're a defensive back and they put over 350 yards on you, you've had a long day. The key to everything, if you're doing it without throwing interceptions or turning the ball over.
Signaled for
and coming out now, the Broncos.
And Charles, a very uninspired effort. The last time we saw them out there was a quick 3 and out, then they punted the football.
Yeah, and you never want to get stopped so soundly during a series, but what would be even worse now is letting it happen again right here. They've got to get going.
Looking to put a drive together.
Harvey now on 1st and 10.
And he'll find some space up to about the 25. Just what you want on a first down run. Call it 8 yards, and it's 2nd and 2.
What a way to start a drive. An excellent run, a tone setter, and now if you want to take a shot on 2nd down and go play action and make it look like the same exact play and throw it over the top, you can do so because you've established the run in a big way.
Nix from the shotgun. Well, a quick throw there, but it's going to be incomplete. Cortland Sutton was the man he was looking for.
And it's 3rd down and 2.
They run straight ahead with Harvey.
That is not going to be any help as they dump him behind the line of scrimmage. The defense stiffens to force 4th down following that first down gain of 8.
That was well played there defensively. 2 tight ends in the formation, which essentially gave them 7 blockers up front. Hard to imagine with all that size and beef that they could let a tackler through, but that's exactly what happened. A loss resulted.
This is fielded at the 27. 51 yards on the punt there.
The Bills ready to take over. Over on the sideline, hoping to hit that reset button between possessions. Last time out, they had to punt it away. This time, hoping to finish this thing off in the end zone.
They start the drive with Cook. And room to run as he's up past the 35-yard line. A solid run on first down. Gain of 7 leaves him with a 2nd and 3.
Now that's a run that warms a play caller's heart because you're actually set up to do whatever you want on offense. You can come right back and run essentially the same play because you have momentum. Or you can fake that running play and throw something deep over the top. Or you now feel like you have an extra down to play with because if you go ahead and just throw it and you don't get it, come back and try and pick it up on third down.
6 yards the pickup, and that's a first down.
Sometimes I get almost mesmerized watching these runners who have great vision. You know, those eyes that carry their feet to open spaces, make people miss. I just love watching those guys go to work.
Another tote for the workhorse this afternoon. It's Cook. And he's got it across midfield and into Denver territory. A nice run there, 9 yards, and it'll be second down.
That was a good run, and it got to the second level. And what I mean by that is that's where the linebackers usually play. First level being the defensive front, last level being the secondary. But the strong safety position ended up making the tackle, and oftentimes we call them a hybrid. Combination defensive back, combination linebacker. We saw the linebacker make the stop.
That's a pretty play there coming out of the backfield, but as that back, you've got to be conscious of making sure you're securing the football. When you get out in open field, sometimes you get a little loose with it as you're trying to get up ahead of steam. Make sure you keep it close to your body because those defenders are trying to punch it free. He does a nice job there protecting the ball and picking up a first down.
Slant route going to be caught by Palmer. And he gets this to the 35. Good for a gain of 5.
Nothing fancy on first down, but a very consistent type of a play. Hit that slant. A lot of people call it an extension of the running game, and it can be if that pass is completed, because you hit a guy on the run like that, he often can go for big yardage.
Sets him up nicely for second down, staying ahead of schedule. Trying to find a lane, but instead he'll get back to the line of scrimmage, and no more. And he got off the end there very quickly to make that play.
Yeah, it was almost like the bullet train, wasn't it? I mean, just zoom. Quick, quick, quick. And what a terrific play, holding them to no gain.
Third down, here's a run by Cook. And he won't be close to a first down as he runs into a wall right around the line of scrimmage.
But this was just simply excellent defense. On this third down, they had to be alert for the possibility of a pass, but that didn't stop them at all from understanding what was going on when they decided to run the football, and they just swarmed and stopped them for almost no gain.
And now the Broncos will burn another timeout here. They'll be left with just one remaining here at OT. So here's the veteran kicker, Matt Prater. This to win it in overtime. And he got it. The kick is good in overtime. He's able to split the uprights. And the Bills are going to get out of here winners.
Charles, normally when you see a group score this many points, it's a complete blowout. But instead, they needed every single one of those in this close, high-scoring affair.
And, Brandon, I'm still on the edge of my seat after that one because when you have that much scoring and it still comes down to a one-possession game at the end, that's not something we see very often. And in this case, these offenses, they brought it. The defenses, they're going to need some work going forward.
So that'll just about do it for Charles Davis. I'm Brandon Gaudin. You've been watching the NFL on EA Sports. For more, log on to easports.com. Enjoy the rest of your afternoon, everyone.